Alright, good morning. We've got another Hoshizaki, Hoshizaki, my brain. They said it's not performing. Said that they come in the morning and it's not full and they're struggling. So when I got here, it was running. Okay, I've been here for about 20 minutes. This is what I come into. Okay. Well, it looks like it's been making ice like champ most of the night. I hooked up to it and my coil isn't actually, I expected to have airflow issues back there, but I don't. Got good airflow. So I hooked up to it. I'm running beautiful pressures, look. So I got this electrical. What may be happening. So see, we got the green light. It uses this infrared. I'll steal a little box here. Oh, my back is killing me. All right. And I'm wondering, how far up over where we are does the ice have to go before it kicks off? Okay, let's put it right about where the ice is. And now raise it up a little bit. See, right there, the point that it comes on. So let's come down and see. So it is quite possible that this thing is hitting its peak, shutting off at the laser, especially overnight, and then not producing. So we can do a little hoobity here. We talked about this before. There are dip switches on this unit. A series of dip switches does lots of things. I'm gonna have to get better eyes on it. But number 7 flips between using this and using that. Let me first verify that we are indeed using that. So I've put the cardboard underneath it. I'm gonna hold it there for a few minutes. May already not be using this. It may be using the mechanical, in which case I don't want to flip it back and I can ensure that's not what's happening. Right, so theory debunked. That is not what's happening, because with the yellow light it should have interrupted our cycle and it hasn't, which means it's using the mechanical switch in there and not this. Alright, so there's a few things that play into production ability. Airflow through the coil, which is appropriate. Water temperature, which is 70, which is absolutely not appropriate. There's nothing we can really do about that. Okay, we're gonna science. I'm gonna do it up here just because they're working over there. I'm gonna put my tub up there. I'm gonna clear it. Okay. Now, I'm gonna take my tub. We're gonna make a level spot, and we're gonna capture. Now my unit has been running the whole time I've been here, so it's nice and chilled, right, warmed up, if you will. The longer we can run, the better. We start a timer. Okay, so we've started a 10-minute timer. We're going to capture all the ice in 10 minutes. Then we're going to multiply that by 6. That's going to give us an hourly production rate. Then we're going to multiply that by 24. And then scan this guy. Pull up the data sheet on this specific unit. And it'll tell us air temperatures, ambient air temperatures, water temperatures, what our expected production should be, and we'll weigh it against where we're at. I'm real familiar with these units and looking at that ice. That's how they run. I'm going to put the cover back on because I want to simulate exactly operating scenarios. So it's crazy. So now that I've buttoned it up, look at the pressures now. We have elevated PSI crazy now. So those are my test those in there. Just by putting the covers on, and these aren't terrible. They're not great. They're not terrible. All right, so science kind of went by the wayside for a minute. I went over there to clean these filters, and I came back, and they had taken my pan out because they needed ice. So we started over. But what's crazy is, so just from cleaning these, now we've gone from like 270 to 252. Just that little bit of dust on those. These things are not happy about airflow most of the time. You get a lot back here, right? It's discharging sideways here. And if you look, they've got this box all the way back, which doesn't give the air as much place to leave. So then, you know, it goes out the top, but then again, they'll end up putting boxes and trays on the top, and you don't get very much airflow. Let's see if that changed anything. Okay, look at that chart I just posted. You'll see there's only two temperature ratings. 70 air, 50 water, and then 90 air, 70 water. So doing the math, look at the difference between those two. It's about 150 pounds of production per day. So since there aren't 10, and it's not going to be a linear line either. The hotter it gets, the worse. Well, the more linear production is going to go, non-linear production is going to go down, right? As we keep going up by 20 degrees, it's not just going to stay steady like that. It's going to hit a point of inefficiency and it's going to really dip. But let's play the linear game and say for every 10 degrees we raise things, we lose 75 pounds of production. That's what that is. That's the only thing I can extrapolate from that data. So since we're running 80 degree water instead of 70, let's roll with that. We're supposed to be producing 720 pounds of ice a day. I think you're going to be producing 650 pounds of ice a day at best, and an old machine loses efficiency from there. Timer's almost up, and we'll see what we got. All right. Now it takes into account the weight of the pan that I cleared. So we produced 5 1/4. So we saw that we were running 270 already before I cleaned this. So I think what's happening, so the kitchen's shut down right now, right? There's nothing going on in here. It's nice and cool. Once they fire up the kitchen, they leave that back door open in and out while they're throwing trash and doing all the things. This is blocked. I bet it's tripping out on high pressure. Hey, while you're here, this cabinet is leaning and falling over everywhere. This is a great little guy. Home Depot, Lowe's, everybody sells them. This will get this picked up for me enough that I can. Now you should take a pan and set it under here so it's nice and secure. So actually, we're gonna get away with a real trickery here. Pulling this bolt, probably just changing the physical wheel itself. Ha ha ha. We'll measure that wheel and see what we got. So after pulling that out, I'm like, why are there screws in it? Well, because these brackets don't belong here. They've done everything they can just to try to keep it up. Given the cluster that is, I keep these wheels, these actually fit on fryers, but it's a threaded on, and so I literally just removed the wheel and put it in here. It's the same size. So they now have a safe rolling wheel, and the breader table's not falling down. Yes, that entire thing needs to be replaced, but not what I'm here for, but I can't leave it unsafe like it was, so there you go.